Good morning. I hope you had a good weekend. So today I thought I would make quick cards. I know Mother's Day is coming up, so we always need cards, and they could also be little paintings that you give as gifts, but I'm gonna make 4 cards in one shot, and I have not tried this idea, so hopefully it'll work. I have a 9x12 piece of watercolor paper. This is Canson XL, 140-pound weight, cold press, which is the usual paper that I use for my morning warm-ups. And it's 9 inches across. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this into 4 equal parts. So I'm going to put a little mark here at the 4.5 inch. I have a T ruler just to make it easy on me. And I'm just going to trace my line down here. Then I need to calculate 6 inches down because it's 12 inches long. I'm going to put another mark here and just trace the line, draw the line. So a T ruler makes it super quick. You don't have to really calculate. And I'm going to use washi tape. I have this black washi tape that I don't really use. I think it was part of a set. I've had this for a few years. And so I'm going to use this to block and divide. Or, well, yeah, block and divide. Same thing. So, what I'm going to do here against the middle fold is I'm going to put one on both sides of that line that I just drew. You're probably going to see the top of my head. I'm sorry about that. And then I'm going to put another piece right on top of that. Make sure that I cover any gaps. There we go. I'm going to do the same for the middle on the other side. So again, one piece against that line, and then another one right up against it. And if that middle fold, if there's a little gap in the middle fold, it's not too dramatic because I will be cutting on that line, so I can fix that as well. And then I'm going to use the tape all around the edges to create the border on that side. So that way I don't have to measure. I know that my tape is the same width, and by blocking in the middle part, I know that my cards or my paintings are gonna have, all of them are gonna have an equal border all around. And I'm being very generous with the washi tape because, like I said, I don't really use it. And to my surprise, washi tape blocks in really well. This is the second time that I'm using washi tape, and I was quite surprised. I have not yet experienced paint seeping under. There we go. Once you've done that, make sure that all the edges or all the tape is stuck down really well, especially at the corners. Alright, so now we have a beautiful window to play with. It looks like a window. So I'm going to start by giving a super light wash with the number 46 from the Pastel Dream. So it's a nice sky blue. And I'm going to go very, like, it's not even, it's quite sketchy, I want to say, very quickly. You could use a flat brush if you want, but I love to use a round brush because it gives a nice variegated sky. And then at the bottom, I'm even going to drop a little bit of avocado from the tropical scent, yes. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for the other ones. You can start also by wetting your squares if you want to with water, but I just want to do these super quickly. I want the ability to produce those very fast, so no fussing about. Oops. And of course, if your brush doesn't have a lot of water, your paint is going to dry super fast. So I load up my brush quite well. Okay, I'm looking at something like very variegated. And I even have a little bit of that green in my brush still because I did not rinse it properly, and that just suits me fine. Like, these are ideal to do in a rush. Like, let's say you're invited somewhere, you want to give a little something, but you know, you don't necessarily want to give a store-bought gift. Make them a little painting or a card. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe a little bit the excess paint over there. Okay, so you can let it air dry or use a heat tool if you want to speed things up. So now I want to flick a few dots to the sky. So I have this lemon yellow here, or I can choose number 42. Let's see, let's add a little bit of that number 42, which is kind of like an orange yellow, and I'm just going to flick a little bit. I don't want too many dots, and I want that in the sky. I should say I don't want too many of the yellow dots. Maybe a little bit here. I didn't get that many. Whoops. Okay. And then I'm going to choose the color that I want to color the flowers to add dots as well. So I'm going to do two different versions. I'm going to use this raspberry-ish color, which is number 39, for the top two. So I'm going to dilute that paint quite a lot, and then I'm just going to flick a tiny bit. And at the bottom, I'm going to have that. Those are huge dots. Let me just see if I can get tinier ones. Nope. Oh boy. Okay. We might be in trouble for this one, but we'll go with it. And I'm going to take that beautiful purplish lavender color, which I just discovered, and I'm going to flick the two bottom ones, like so. Alright, so now we have our main color also incorporated in the background. And I'm going to paint in the flowers right away. I know it's still a bit damp, but it should be okay. So I'm going to switch to my 1/4 inch flat brush by Princeton Neptune. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. And I'm going to do some sort of like tulip-ish looking colors, flowers. I say ish because I don't really do well-defined flowers. Alright, so I'm going to pick up that number 39, and I'm going to start making shapes. So I want about 5 flowers in each of these windows. So maybe I should use some of these dots, translate them into flowers, because they're quite big. And maybe I'll have a tiny one here and one that's turned down a little bit, like so. Now I can even go in and pick up a little bit of color on one side, just to vary the intensity. Okay, just to give it a bit of a highlight. I'm not spending too much time on these flowers. They fall wherever they want to. And, you know, I'm keeping the shapes very simple. Varying the sizes and maybe one here. All right. Just gonna pick up a little bit on that side. Whoops, this one needs more color. Let's drop in a little bit of color on the side here. All right. Now for the bottom ones, I'm going to choose that beautiful lavender color. I love working in series. I've always enjoyed that. Like making multiples of, especially, you know, this time of year. Like I said, there's Mother's Day, and then, you know, you can use that for any occasion, birthdays, or just to celebrate spring. Or you can make a set of 4 paintings to put on your walls. It doesn't have to be for a gift. I'm gonna make one that's almost like drooping down. And just gonna pick up a little bit on the side just to give it a highlight. Again, really not thinking too much. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of that color. Oh, that's pretty. I've mixed in the raspberry-ish color with the purple, the lavender. It's so pretty. And then one way down here. Oops. So at this point, the flowers are looking pretty sketchy and very like rudimentary, I want to say. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to a liner, not a script brush. This is a #1 from Princeton Neptune. And I'm going to grab this avocado color from the tropical set. And I'm going to do the stems. Now I'm going to support my hand here because I have wet paint underneath, so I can't really rest my arm down below, or on the paper down below, on the paper. And I'm just gonna make quick of my movement, and I'm actually just barely touching the paper. It's one of the things I love about this brush is that it gives us such a nice soft look. I could even take a little bit of brown from that set, which is number 34, and just dot here where the flower meets the stem. Like so. Oops. So again, that avocado. Hoping you can see this. Oops, very quickly. I'm not pressing hard on the brush, so that's why I get to have like these thin lines. And try to give movement to your lines. Like this one is curvy. When the stems are curved like this, it gives it a very soft vibe as opposed to what I'm used to doing, which is straight up and down. Again, a little bit of brown. Kind of like dotting a little bit here. Like so. Whoops. I keep getting out of frame because my paper is moving. More avocado. Oops. Cool. Oh, I forgot the brown. Little dots. They look so cute and so delicate. I think mothers would appreciate receiving that kind of a painting, don't you think? Oops. And the brown. Tiny dots. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the leaves. And for the leaves, I'm going to take avocado. I might mix it in with a little bit of that number 18, but I'm not sure. So for now, I'm going to use that. So let's see here. I'm going to come in from the bottom, and then I'm going to start lightly push down a little bit and dragging it to the side, and then go back up. So I know that tulip leaves are a little bit like thicker all the way up, but I kind of like that look. Oops. Now this one is big. And let's see, I'm going to do another one here. Like so. And maybe one here. And I'm going to add some water to my paint. And then maybe one that goes on this stem here. And I'm going to add a couple of stray ones. So like this. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to go like this. Just so that we don't see the ends of them, because technically they're stemming from the ground. And whoops, not that. I'm going to take a little bit of Thunderstorm and just add a tiny bit. And I make quick of my movements. I'm not applying myself. This has to be very quick, like this. Okay. I'm going to repeat the same thing for all the other ones. So again, light press down. Okay, let me put this on this side. Okay, so light press down and lift. It's so much fun to play with this script brush. I've delayed it for so long. I've had this in my stash for quite a while, and I've always hesitated because I didn't quite know what to do with it, really, honestly. But I'm hooked. Alright. And then again, I'm gonna Give that a little zoop zoop types from side to side. Oh, look at that. How cool. I like that. Leave it raw like this. Like, don't, you know, don't put too much. Not put too much, but don't spend too much time on everything. Okay. Mind frame, yes. So again, light push down. Once you get the hang of it, you can do quite a few very quickly. Okay, now once again, I'm just gonna swipe side to side. Yes. This is fun. Now it looks weird because I've got the black tape, but once I remove the tape, I promise it will be pretty. I'm thinking also of doodling a little bit. We'll see. Okay, once again, swoop, swoop, swoop. I have such fancy terms for everything I do. Oops. Yes, okay. Time to remove the tape. I love this part so much. And with washi tape, I don't have to worry about it lifting the paper. At least this one, I know that I've tested it, so it just removes so easily, and yet you get full coverage, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna cut this now because when I doodle, I think I want to be able to turn the paper around. So I've got my paper trimmer here. I'm just gonna cut on the line that I made with the pencil. Are they cute already? Oh. All right, doodling time. These are so delicate. I'm gonna grab ooh, I've got a 005 Pigma Micron pen. That should be awesome. All right, so what I want to do here, okay. So let's see here. I know that I'm supposed to make tulips out of those, but there's nothing that say that you can't make roses out of tulips. I'm gonna do very quick, kind of like roses centers on top of these. Does it make sense? Nope. Do we care? No. Look how pretty. See how pretty this is already? Like, I wouldn't even do more than that. Maybe just if I really want to be fun and whimsical, maybe. I wouldn't do too much of that. I honestly think that just these little squigglies on top are just enough, but I'm just gonna make a couple of these here. I've done those before. I'm not reinventing the wheels for this. It's essentially just doodling around, you know? And I don't know if I should add anything at the bottom. Let me see how it looks on the whole. Maybe a couple of these thrown in here and there. You know, just for good measure. There we go. No more than that. That's not true. I'm not done yet. Okay, now I'm done. No, I'm not. I kind of want to just do this to cut. All right, next. Okay, so I'm going to try these without the rosy centers. I think I want to do a couple of dots. And let's see. I kind of like the little heart shapes here on each side. Can you even see that? Yeah. This one seems to have its own dots, its own yellow dots. And maybe just a little bit. And this one. I'm kind of varying whatever I doodle underneath here. These ones I'm going to make little bubbles. Because why not? I think I like this better than this, but cute. Next. Oops. Now these ones, okay, I'm gonna make the rose tops on this one in particular because I kind of like it. I think it just adds the perfect touch. And just a couple of hearts on the sides. Not hearts. Oh, they kind of look like hearts, I guess. And then you know, I make this up as I go, right? Nothing is planned. This is still my morning exercise, so nothing is planned. I think today this one might be my favorite. Oh, pretty. Okay, now this one I think I'm gonna do like so. And Let's make bubbles again. Tiny bubbles. I'm not gonna sing, don't worry. It's too early to sing. Yes. Okay, I think this one's my favorite. I think the reds, they need a little bit of help. It's kind of like a washed out color, I want to say. Yeah, I think it looks better this way. I'm going to show you up close in a few seconds. All right, one by one. Yeah, they're so cute. I can't, okay, I'm gonna bring you up close, but here, I kind of have to do this. Oh, you know what's missing? Not gold. I fooled you for a second. It's missing some white. That's what's missing. I have my number 2 round by Snap. And I'm gonna drag some of that. I can't even remember if this is gouache or Copic ink. I think it's Copic ink. They reside on my desk as such all the time, but sometimes I pick up something else. I know I've used gouache in my painting for my patrons, which, by the way, I'll post a picture over here. I'm so proud of this this painting. I had it in my head to redo a painting that I have done when I was in Florida, and I did it. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of white off to the side here on each of them, and that's that. And then color, oops, no, too much. Color a little bit of those dots so that I can see the outline on one side. Next, center of these roses. Roses, tulips. What should we call them? Rosips? Yes! I'm having a blast. You know, it's funny how sometimes the simplest things can bring you so much joy. I'm not even sure if I'm putting white dots here. Hold on. Yeah, that's... I forgot to add dots here. I'll just add the white on the flowers. Yeah, I need to do more in the center here. It doesn't show as much because I kind of drew into the sky, but there you go. Yes. Done. My favorite are these ones. Look how pretty. Pretty and simple. Quick, you know? I mean, not counting the drying time, I'm not sure because I haven't edited the video, but I'm sure it didn't take me more than half an hour to do all these. Yes! Yes! I love them! Quick, simple, dirty, grungy, sketchy, spotty. What else can I add? I know some of you are going to say, what? No gold? Nope. I don't think this one... I don't think gold would add anything to this other than confuse the eye. I don't know, they just make me happy. It set the mood for my whole day. I mean, who wouldn't like to have a handmade card with your own artwork on it? I know I would. I would like to receive cards with original artwork on it. And if you are doing this for yourself, how about framing these? These would be so cute in an arrangement, like a four little frames on your walls. I don't know. You could even do bookmarks. Like if you plan accordingly on your paper, the way you put the washi tape, you could do bookmarks as well. That could be another fun gift idea for Mother's Day and any other occasions. Anyways, that's it for this week. Today. Boy, it's gonna be a long week. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're gonna give it a try, and if you do, please make sure you tag me, or if you want to share on your social media, you can tag me at Créations CeeCee on Facebook and Instagram. That is the best way for you to tag me if you want to share photos of the stuff that you did inspired by what you just saw. Yes. And as usual, the supplies list will be in the description below, right underneath this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, my awesome patrons, for being great supporters of my art. I appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you a beautiful and creative day, and I will see you tomorrow.